Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Taking a quick look here at Bitcoin. Just going to talk about some stark realities here. We do now have a double top pattern here now that that upper liquidity level has been swept. With us not breaking through 36,000 last night, there's a decent chance we should see the price action continue to pull back. Again, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the price pulling back just based on the way that the whales and manipulation just typically occurs in most cases. So just know we're going to talk about that and a few other key factors. So if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, hope you can learn something here today. Just to quickly note too, we're going to jump into some high block capital data as well. And on the back end here, we can kind of see that, well, we're definitely due for a few things here. In other words, we have some liquidation levels here, of course, at 34,000. That's stayed pretty consistent. We're starting to see lower liquidation levels here as well at 33.8. So it does imply there's some longs that came into the market here in the last 24 hours. Probably some breakout traders. Be no surprise there. And we can also see some extra liquidation levels came into the market as well as about 35,800. So as soon as those that level there was retested, that double top pattern occurred like we just talked about, we saw the price action, maybe some more shorts jumping into the market at that point because of it. And we can see here, of course, that there are more shorts aggregated across multiple exchanges than longs here today. So that sentiment is essentially a little bit more short biased. When we take a look at open interest, let's quickly peek here at the longs, kind of see where these longs are at. Looks like majority of the longs are at 35,200 and 35,300. There's even some late longs at 35,400. Guys, what are you doing? Why are you breakout trading? This is, I mean, Bitcoin, don't get me wrong, it's going to do well. But when you're using leverage trying to catch a breakout trade, that's never the greatest thing. I just urge caution, trying to buy the top, right? It's pretty obvious we're really close to the top. Yes, it could continue higher, but statistically, we're more probable for the price action to go down. Take a look at here. Like these shorts are pretty healthy. 35,200, or sorry, 35.3. Which once again, when we talked yesterday, 35.2s, 35.3, that range right there was a point that we had the most amount of open interest, and that really helps us understand that area is a point of contention, and the price being right at that level right now is both good and bad. I guess you could say more good than bad if you're shorting. Personally, that's kind of where I'm leaning more towards. But again, different strokes for different folks. So let's take a look here. We are starting to see much more volume accumulation here at 36,000. In other words, that's where liquidation levels are starting to fill up. We did have a previous liquidation level swept, but these new ones here kind of tell me that we have a lot of shorts in the market now than we did before, because we really didn't see this yesterday. This is pretty consistent here though. 34,000 is a pretty even number there for the longs. So just know, a lot of longs are still in the green, still feeling like the price is going to somehow hit 38,000. Again, just some back end stuff there that's kind of helpful to know going into it. It's that big picture stuff you need to recognize, because I think I saw some folks in the chat today here talking about like how they get so stuck on like the 1, 5, 15-minute charts, and it's all well and good to do that when you're day trading. Don't get me wrong, you got to find good entries. But if you don't know what's going on in the big picture, you're doing yourself a significant disservice. You're cutting yourself off the legs. Okay, so again, that's why we always look at the bigger picture and work our way down. Now, I don't go into the detail of the 1 minute, 15-minute charts really, because it's null and void based, by the time you get to see this, right? You need to be able to, day trading is a different story altogether. All right, anyways, take a look here at the RSI. We can see a stochastic swing here, or at least an attempt at a swing. We kind of got a rejection, but for lack of better terms here, what we're seeing is that there's a shift in momentum there. We got money flow index coming down, RSI is coming down, and the price is still the same. Okay, so to me, that's somewhat of a bearish divergence. I wouldn't say it's hidden per se, because it seems pretty obvious to me, but it is one of those things where we got to pay attention. We also see the MACD is diverging here for 3 days now, and that's never a good sign. Okay, so the overall shift in momentum has shifted, right? So the truth is we're starting to see that bearish sentiment. Now the price hasn't reflected that. The price could continue to go higher. We are still in an ascending pattern here. You got to recognize this ascending channel is still worthwhile. We gotta respect that. But everything else is kind of telling us it wants to go down. So if you have a series of trend lines, and then the telling is going to go up, and then the oscillators and indicators are all telling you you're going to go down, statistically you're more probable for the price to go down because of that reason. You also look here, and volume is starting to dry up a little bit the last roughly 5, 6, 7 days of trading. Okay, so this last week is a lot less fruitful than the week prior, and we need to respect the fact that with diminishing volume, the price does so as well. Okay, again, just some friendly advice there. Once more here, we talked about this previously, but I just want to reiterate this. We do this upper liquidity level that was mostly swept. We got about 80% of that filled. That basically just means that there's not a lot of meat left on the bone back up here. But look how much meat's on the bone down here. This is a big chunk of change, and the whales are probably going to start targeting that. Especially now that they got everyone bought in here for these late longs. They're going to wreck the late longs and come on down and sweep this previous sell side liquidity and those fair value gaps. So again, just something to kind of be mindful of. Again, it's not 100% guarantee, but once more, you look at that, you combine that with the MACD potential divergence here. We've got a stochastic RSI swinging pretty hard to the downside. We're trending closer to 50 on the RSI. Once we break 50 on the RSI, I think we're pretty much shooting on our way down. That's like confirmation that I'm looking for. Again, when we look at the daily candles, though, we do have somewhat of a support. Just to kind of clarify here, right there at about 35,100. That was 3 days in a row we saw the candlestick close there and couldn't pass. Now that we have passed, we got to respect that as a potential support. So 35.1, if we see a closure below 35.1 today, that would probably give us a little bit more, give me a little more confirmation that we're going down. Taking a look at the hourly, the very last thing I want to take a look at is the Ichimoku cloud. We are once again above it, but if you see this window of opportunities closing here soon, lagging span's almost intersected, and the conversion line is having trouble staying above the baseline. So truth is, this is not a fantastic situation. There's no real confirmation here letting us know to keep your long position open if you have one. So good luck, breakout traders. I hope that you fare well. I hope I'm completely wrong and the price goes up. I'm not being sarcastic either, because of course everyone's spot bag will continue to improve, and it's not really a bad thing. But the truth is, it wouldn't make a ton of sense for the price to go up with all these oscillators and indicators telling us it's going to go down. Again, this is just statistical probability of the price going down. It seems a little bit more higher right now. Okay. Again, still honoring this ascending trend until this breaks either up or down. We got to assume it's going to want to go up. Okay, so there's that too, right? Interesting stuff. So what are your thoughts? Comment below. Please like the video if you could, please. It helps grow the community and, of course, the channel. Thank you so much for that. And to my current viewing members, deeply appreciate you guys as well. And gals, thanks again so much for the support. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.